questions about the movie today. I'm going to try to come up with something fun to start things off.
Okay.
Which is, when you're in such a successful film like Beauty and the Beast, does that mean you get a lifetime pass for Disneyland?
Yes, platinum.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. I've asked other people who've been in movies at Disney, and they're like, I haven't gotten anything.
Really?
Yes, you've been treated very
I
special.
have a platinum pass.
Now, I'll ask a question about the movie. Tavern on the Green, when you play the owner, does that mean you get to go there now whenever you want and eat for free?
I'd love to say yes, but the answer to that is no. Because the Tavern on the Green no longer exists.
Really?
Yeah.
The way it was portrayed in the movie.
Right.
Oh, there we go.
It closed. It was emptied out. We never actually shot in it. I'll tell you a secret.
This is destroying the movie
I'm
magic.
sorry. No, that was a set. We couldn't shoot because it had been dismantled completely. I mean, when were you last there, when it was in all its glory?
I was going to say a week ago, but obviously that's not true. Years ago. I grew up in New York.
Well, there you know. And I attended a wonderful party for a little night music with Catherine Zeta-Jones, and we had our first night party at the Tavern on the Green, and it was wildly, everything that you would imagine the Tavern on the Green would be, full of flowers and, chandeliers and everything under the sun. But it's all gone. The place went so. There's a rumor that Donald Trump has bought it. I hope he has, that he can bring it back to life.
I was going to say, I've heard rumors he owns about a third of New York now.
Well, on paper, but not really. Not really, no.
I definitely want to ask, you've had an amazing career in Hollywood, working for so many decades. What do you attribute the secret of your success over is there one secret that you can sort of throw out there?
Well, I can't really answer that in so many words. You have to remember that I actually have not worked in Hollywood since 1971. No. Everything I've done thereafter was made in Europe or in New York or somewhere else, but not in Hollywood. Therefore, I'm a stranger to Hollywood. And this movie, of course, was made in New York City. So I still haven't shot in Hollywood.
Oh,
except for Murder, She Wrote, which of course was shot at Universal Studios, and in those days it was television.
Totally.
It still is.
When you were approached for this project, was it an immediate yes?
No. It was an immediate no.
So they fought for you?
Yes, they did. They did.
They
fought very hard for me. Very hard.
I was going to say, was there a certain thing that they did that was like, okay, I'll do it?
Yes. Yes. They brought the writers to my apartment, and we sat down and we wrote the part.
That will do it.
Yes.
I was going to actually say, oftentimes when an actor gets into a script or gets attached to a project, their character changes. Obviously, you just mentioned the writers coming to your place. How did you bring yourself into this character, or did you suggest certain things that they then put into the character?
Well, let's put it this way. As far as me playing this role, I had to know who she was, what her background was, why she was the way she was, which was rather nasty in the first place. She was depicted as being a rather unpleasant, a thoroughly unpleasant woman. I said, I don't want to play just a thoroughly unpleasant woman. If you give me reasons why she is a little standoffish, shall we say, with this, Jim Carrey's character, then I will try to figure out if I want to play this. I don't want to play just a nasty lady. So we made her a far more interesting lady. We told, we introduced her as a rather interesting, from a point of view of what she wore. We realized, or we decided that she was a woman who never left the 1950s. And she was still walking around with the kind of clothes that they wore in the 1950s. She was an anachronism, in other words. She was a real character. So I like that. As soon as you give me something like that to play, and I know I'm going to go to work on it. So that's how it came about that I said yes. And also, we had 4 scenes, I think, and we divided them up in such a way that I had interesting things to say, and that I revealed things about myself and my family that were not in the original script. So we wrote a character, and that's why I did it.
I completely understand. I have to wrap with you, but it is a pleasure to meet you. Congratulations on the movie.
You're very kind. Thank you so much.